Hi, Bobcats. Happy Friday. Can you believe you made it through the first week of school already? I am so proud of you guys. I cannot wait to get to know you. I can't wait to meet you. I know we've been meeting asynchronously or not in person for this past week. We will continue to do that next week. So next week, we won't get to meet each other face to face just yet. However, soon we will get to meet each other face to face. So soon we will be doing some live Zoom sessions where we can interact and have fun. Because we're going to be meeting soon, I want to go over a few Zoom expectations. I know you guys have been doing Zoom all week with your teachers, so you're probably a pro already. However, just in case, we're going to go over a few things as reminders and kind of some FYI for your information in case you didn't know how to do something. So let's get started. All right, so Zoom expectation number 1. You want to find a quiet place where you can focus and work. So if you're at home, I know you might have siblings or pets. It might be kind of hard to find somewhere quiet, but try your best to find somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed. Definitely don't want to have the TV on with a movie or anything that could be distracting. So just try your best to find somewhere nice and quiet so you can focus and have your full attention. All right, Zoom expectation number 2. You want to log in using your first and last name. If you don't know how to change your name, I will show you that in just a little bit. Using your first and last name allows me to take accurate attendance and see who has been coming to the session. So make sure when you log in, you have your first and last name. All right. Also, we want to make sure that we're not talking over each other and that we can hear one another. So when you come in, you want to keep your sound on mute. When it's your turn to talk, you are more than welcome to unmute. However, if someone else is talking or if I'm talking, please keep your microphone on mute. A lot of times we get feedback, maybe a dog barking or your baby sister crying. So we just want to make sure that we're not having a lot of noise all at once. So keep your sound on mute until you're called on. All right, you also want to make sure you're on time for those Zoom meetings. I get to see you all for a 15-minute block on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays once we do start meeting live. Those times will be posted in the announcements. You'll have the Zoom link. Everything will be there for you as soon as we do get ready to start meeting in person. Remember, next week we're still going to be asynchronous, so you won't really have a certain time that you have to meet with me, but rather you'll have that time set aside to work on the activities that I've posted. But when we do meet in person, make sure you're on time because we have a lot to get through and we'll have a lot of fun as long as everybody follows all of these expectations. Okay. Zoom expectation number 5 is be respectful to your classmates and teachers. I know you all are so amazing. I don't have to tell you this, but just make sure you know that we're being respectful of each other's ideas. We're not calling anyone names. We're not putting each other down. Engineering in the STEM, we do a lot of experimentation where you're going to fail sometimes and you're going to do activities where maybe someone else has an idea and you want to use your idea. So we have to learn how to combine those ideas and look at everyone else's ideas and kind of make sure that we're being respectful of everybody and everybody's ideas. Also, please be respectful to the teacher. So if I'm talking, please don't talk over me. Please don't start playing on your phone or watching cartoons or taking a nap. Just be respectful because the time we have together is so cherished for me and I can't wait to spend time with you all. So I want to make sure that we can get the most out of that time. All right, so how do I change my name on Zoom? If you are not sure how to change your name, that's okay. So you probably know by now because in your regular classes, you probably have been asked to do this, but if not, no worries. So if you look at the bottom of your screen, when you're on Zoom, I know you probably can't see it right now because this is just a video, but when you're on Zoom, you will see that there is icons at the bottom. One icon says manage participants, and it looks like two little outlines of people. If you click on that, you'll be able to see everybody that's in the session. You'll see yourself. However, if you have an iPhone or you're on a cell phone or you're on an iPad, your name might not pop up. It might say iPhone or iPad or the cell phone number. So this is where you're going to want to rename yourself. If you hover over and you put your mouse on top of that name, you'll see that it gives you an option to rename. You want to click rename, and then you can type in your real name, your first and your last name. Don't worry if that's confusing. When we get together and meet in person live, I will get to explain this again. So if that seems like a lot of information, don't worry. We'll go back over it. All right. And then lastly, just real quick, we will look at what these icons mean. So when you're on a Zoom, you've probably noticed that there's a video camera and then there's a microphone. Sometimes the video camera has that red slash over it. Sometimes the microphone does. Well, what does that mean? If you see the video camera and it has that slash over it, that means we cannot see you and your video is not on. I love to see your smiling faces. I definitely want you all to have your video on so that we can see each other and it can feel more like we're actually here in person together. But I understand that sometimes you might need to walk away from the computer, or sometimes something might come up where you need to turn your video camera off, and that's okay. Just make sure you click on it and you see that slash. If you see that slash, you're good to go. If you see the video that does not have the red slash, that means that we can see you. So you are on camera. So just FYI. All right, the microphone. So same thing. If you see that red slash over the microphone, that means that we cannot hear you. Remember, you want to stay muted, or so we can't hear you. When you come into the meeting, when I'm talking, when others are talking, you want to be muted. However, when it is your turn to talk, you'll just click on that and it'll take away that red slash, and now we can hear you. You're unmuted. Also, you'll notice a little chat bubble. So this will allow you to communicate with me and with other students. I ask that you're respectful and that you're not typing in silly things while I'm talking. If you have a question, you are more than welcome and definitely encouraged to type that in. But let's just make sure it's an appropriate question and not something really silly. We also want to make sure we're not having side chats while I'm trying to talk or explain something. So use the chat function in a way that will benefit you and the class, but make sure to be respectful as well. All right, so that's about it for Zoom. Again, we're not going to be meeting live for a little while. I will let you know as soon as we do get to have live sessions, and I'll give you all the details, so don't worry. For now, what you're going to do for the rest of our time together is you're just going to finish working on that All About You project that you started yesterday. Remember, you're either drawing a picture, maybe you're doing a Google slide, however you can find a way to tell me all about you. I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to learn about you, and I can't wait until we can meet live and see one another. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye, Bobcats.